AFC Fylde welcome Dave Challoner and his assistant Colin Woodthorpe to Cammel Laird Park this afternoon as they take the reins for their first match in charge in today's Evo Stick encounter with Cammel Laird. Charlie will be looking to get his tenure off to the perfect start with a win against the Cammel Laird side sitting 2 from bottom of the division. Cammel Laird will be looking to build on their recent draw with Curzon Ashton as they try to climb the table. We caught up with Laird's assistant manager Kevin Hodgson, but first up is Dave Challoner with his pre-match thoughts.
Dave, you've only had a few days in the job. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going well. Lads have obviously met the lads Thursday. Training went really well, really bright, really positive. And obviously now's the sort of big test, if you like. The game comes around, so no, we're really looking forward to it, and like I say, hopefully we get a positive result.
Is today more about observation, or is it about putting your stamp on the team straight away?
There's little things, like I say, we've just had a chat there in the dressing room about the way we do it. It will be very, very professional the way we do it. Discipline will be massive for us. So there are things that the lads won't be used to. There are new things, but it'll be a gradual process of turning things around. Obviously, today's come round quickly. We've had a chat with sort of Mick and Scott, and we've picked the squad that we feel can win the game today.
How's the season going so far?
Yeah, it's been a tough season due to the 11 players that we lost within the first 3 months of the season. So we find it tough, but I think we're finding our feet at the minute. We've brought in a few young lads who've struggled to settle in, but I think we're getting a fine balance between youth and some of the older players at the minute.
You got a great result at Curzon. Your side must take confidence from that.
Yeah, everyone's told us that we had a great result, but if I'm being honest with you, I think we should have won the game. We hit the woodwork 3 times, and we had enough chances to win the game. So yeah, we're confident that we can compete with the bigger clubs, but it's just on the day, isn't it?
It's always difficult to face a side with a new manager. How are you going to cope with that today?
Well, coming down in the car, we're looking at it and we're saying, Fylde have got a bigger budget than us. They've got better players than us. But if we're honest with you, this is probably the best time to play is up at your place, because obviously a new manager, he doesn't know much about the players. So we're thinking that it'll be the best time to play is today.
AFC Fylde without captain Ricky Mercer for today's match through illness, and we all wish Ricky a speedy recovery. Ben Waddington returns to Fylde for his second spell this season. Challoner hands debuts to keeper Kyle Clancy and left back Adam Sumner. Glenn Steele takes the captain's armband today in Ricky's absence, and with 3 points to play for, let's get straight down to the action. Fylde had the first chance of the game. A long ball from defence finding Lee Thorpe. Laird's keeper Phil Palethorpe coming out well to block his effort. The away side's first sight on goal came minutes later. Mark Stewart doing well to intercept a Fylde move. Stewart deciding to pass rather than shoot. The ball eventually finding the right back. His strike taking a deflection to give them only a corner, when they could really have had a lot more. Jamie Hayward tried his luck next. Keeper Palethorpe making the save. Fylde combined well minutes later. The neat passing eventually setting up Lee Thorpe. Once again, Palethorpe was in the right place to deny the coasters. Next to try and break the deadlock was Richie Allen. Laird's Che Dystark getting a block in to send it for a corner. Palethorpe pulled off his best save of the match on 28 minutes. Getting the slightest of touches here to tip Mick Stringfellow's header onto the crossbar. When the Laird's defence tried to clear the rebound, it hit Kyle Jones on the arm, referee Midgley pointing straight to the spot. Was it intentional? Some would argue not. Keegan Parker wasn't at all concerned as he placed the ball on the spot and slotted home to give the Coasters a 1-0 lead. Parker sending the keeper the wrong way to get his first of the afternoon. AFC Fylde 1, Cammel Laird 0. Keegan Parker was in the thick of it again 2 minutes later. His free kick just curling away to safety. Richie Allen proved too hot to handle on 33 minutes. He beat his man to send in a cross. Hayward's header hitting the post. But just when the away side thought the danger had cleared, Gary Sopforth did well to win possession back. His cross finding Keegan Parker on the left. And after easily beating his man, the former Blackpool player struck with this superb strike. Keegan Parker getting 2 in 4 minutes to make it AFC Fylde 2, Cammel Laird 0. Laird breached the home defence minutes later, Jack McGowan forcing Kyle Clancy into his first save of the match. His second routine save of the match came moments later. Mark Stewart with the cross, Chai Dystart with the header. Fylde's third and Keegan Parker's hat-trick came on 43 minutes. Good work from Sopforth set up Parker. The Coasters' number 10 coolly slotted it under the oncoming Palethorpe. Keegan Parker getting his second career hat-trick to make it AFC Fylde 3, Cammel Laird 0. Into the second half, and it was the home side that struck again. When Paul Jarvis's cross was only cleared to the edge of the area, Jamie Haywood punished Cammel Laird with this terrific strike. Haywood connecting well to give the keeper no chance. AFC Fylde 4, Cammel Laird 0. The Coasters almost made it 5 on 56 minutes. Palethorpe only able to parry Richie Allen's shot into the path of Keegan Parker, but Liam Rice with this superb tackle to deny him. Richie Allen came close on 60 minutes, his shot just going wide of the post though. After hitting the post in the first half and getting his side's fourth of the game, Jamie Haywood fancied more, his shot just going over the bar. With the game already won, Fylde still wanted more. Joe Booth with this effort. Fylde's last shot of the game fell to Michael Barnes. Phil Palethorpe once again pulling off a great save. So Fylde's new management get off to a winning start. We caught up with Charlie after the game for his post-match thoughts, but first up is Keegan Parker.
Keegan, fantastic hat-trick today. Which one was your favourite?
I like the second one, but just to get the result was important today. Obviously, new manager in charge, and you want to start well winning. That was important. We got that today.
Do you think that there is added pressure when you get a new manager to perform a bit better?
Yeah, I think you should always put pressure on yourself, but obviously when a new manager comes in, you maybe want to impress that bit more. And I think, to be fair, the boys done that today, and we got a good result.
Dave, you couldn't have asked for a better start to your Fylde career?
No, it was obviously a good performance. First off, we played really well, and obviously to get the goals at the times we did. Made it an enjoyable day, and obviously, more importantly, we could look after a few legs for Monday's game. But, I mean, this was a game when we had to turn up and do a job, and we were expected to win. Bigger picture, Monday's a massive game now, so it's good to go into it on the back of that result, and hopefully we can perform again and get a positive result at Curzon.
You've got 5 games in hand, and if you won all those games, you would be second. So you're confident after watching today that could happen now?
Yeah, like I said, we've got a good bunch. There's things we need to work on. Obviously, it will be slowly, if you like, in terms of we've introduced a few things today, which hopefully the lads will take to. We've told them at the end of the second half we went a little bit long, a little bit too early, and didn't pass the ball. And ultimately, we want to play at a very, very high tempo, not just again for this season, but going forward. If we're going to be successful with the players we got, we need to play at a tempo, and that's the way we want to play. So there'll be things that we'll work on, which is good. I mean, we want that. But in terms of, like I say, in terms of ability, there's lots of ability in the side. It's just tweaking it a little bit for them to play the way that we think will be successful.
Your presence pushed Keegan to get a hat-trick today.
Yeah, obviously we don't mind who scored. I think probably second half we did get a little bit desperate, and lads who in forward positions saw that probably was an opportunity to get goals, and at times we made the wrong decisions. We just said that we needed to pass the ball, keep it moving, the chances would come. I think first half, before we scored, we had 2 or 3 really good opportunities, and even after 20-25 minutes you start thinking, is it going to be one of them sort of thing? I think we hit the post, we hit the bar, but once we got the first goal we obviously relaxed, and I say for Keys to get a hat-trick's fantastic. Hopefully he'll take that form into Monday's game, which we know how important it is.
An overall pleasing day?
Yeah, fantastic. They couldn't ask for any more, but it's one of them people who won't get sort of too high when we win, won't get too low hopefully when we lose, but no, we couldn't ask for any more, and starts a really good, well, what was a really big weekend for us on a positive foot.